Welcome, Gemini, to Finally Found Tarot 11/11. Today we are going to do your weekly reading from the 18th to the 25th. This is going to be for the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. The Gemini, please take the messages that resonate with you, claim them for yourself. Toss the universe what does not. It's not meant for you, and that's okay. Check your other Moon, Rising, and Venus placements and the videos that correspond that to get some more intuitive guidance if you don't find it here. Remember, time and energy is fluid, so whenever you're directed to the video, it's the right time for you. That being said, I am going to use the singing bowl here as I do so. I ask you take that deep breath in, exhale whenever you feel so inclined to do so. That's going to help balance your energies and bring them into the reading, okay? If you're new or returning to the channel, welcome. I'm so happy to have all of you. Thank you so much for your likes, shares, and subscriptions. It means so much to me to see the channel growing, and it also helps to circulate so that other people, other Geminis, and people that may need the messages get to hear them. So it's very important. Alright, as you can see, I've smudged and cleansed your energies here, Gemini. I have taken out the Celtic cross here as well as clarifying messages. And we're gonna, and some oracles as well. So we're gonna jump into the oracles first and then into the tarot. So without further ado, let's get started. Peace, love, health, and wealth. I've got chaos happening everywhere. Alright, so let's grab our first oracle message here. We have the Eagle King, the big picture. Okay, so big picture and some angelic help. This is card number 12 coming in for you, if we can get it without a glare there. So Gemini, this is coming in with that message of, it's in the ally position because it is upright. So I feel like this is your destinies within reach. This is calling to you. You're on that right path right now. So even if you can't see where you're going, even if it seems a little unclear, you know, this is seeing that you are able to see through this, see the big picture here when you seem to be lost. In a bit of a fog here is kind of what I feel like is going on for you. This is making a, a prayer answer here to the divine, essentially, is what this is help. And angels and guides are here to support you, taking your prayers, your affirmations, your wishes here to the highest good. This is going to be, it's a fortune omen when the Eagle King comes into a reading, because it's a blessing in disguise, help, angelic help and support coming in for you as well. So we have the Hawk Prince, spirit, communication, and paying attention. This is card number 11. So this is also a powerful information. I want you to pay attention because this is suggesting that this is good news coming in for you, okay? So, this is alert you that a message is coming in to help you manifest your destiny here, Gemini. Maybe it's going to come through a phone call, a letter, email, or conversation, something that's going to let you know the next step to take something towards your greatest good, or to tell, what you've arrived in an important stage along your path here. This is also, that ally for spirit communication. Pay attention. So when you think you hear something important pop out of the radio or the TV or in, some overbearing conversation with strangers, spirit is constantly in dialogue with you, Gemini. So, are you listening here? Stay open and expect spirit to be speaking to you now and show you the way of your prosperity in all aspects of your life here is very much an important message for you at this time. We have 33, building your world, creation, expansion, and networking. So Gemini here, this is a master number 33 as well, but this is, she's the priestess of bees here. So she sits peacefully in that hollow tree there, gathering that energy. So, I feel like what this is saying, this is a symbol of, it's time for you to make a plan, set some goals, and bring both the creative and technical elements of your life together, Gemini. The bee is also a symbol of fertility, so that expansion that is foretold here may relate to family matters. So a child or children may be on the way, new in-laws through marriage, or even reconnecting with some, distant friends or relatives are always in some ways that you can be expanding your personal network as well. But on a practical level, this is also indicating that a career in architecture, design, or construction could be coming up for some of you. But, you know, I feel like it also could signify connections with people who do that work. You may even be building a new house or expanding your present one as well. But the bees join together to assemble their, you know, their hive structure and provide for their, you know, community, increasing value for all, essentially, right? So now is that perfect time for you to build the world you desire. Make your plans and set to work here. You have that power to create your world and prioritize the projects that you desire. As you continue to take action, your joy and fulfillment will expand from that, and it's going to become quite beautiful. 28, joy, music here. Now, beautiful. Music gets us through the hardest of times, right? And I feel like, you know, whether you're sad, happy, it's always a blessing to have that good song that can take you from that moment of being down or into a moment of, you know, complete bliss. There's always that moment, that one song that reminds you of a place or a person or that moment in time that, you know, was etched into your memory. This is powerful. You know, music conveys many messages to us. So, you know, use music to change your mood here. Music raises your vibration, right? So it creates, you know, ways you can express yourself more fully. Move your body through dance. Allow your body to heal through some sort of movement. You know, surround yourself with music to heal. It can be, you know, the music of nature, natural soundscapes, or human-generated music. But just get out there and start appreciating some sound here. I think is beneficial for you at this time. Then we have the solitariness of the desert here coming in for you. This is card number 13. So this is a moment for you to kind of appreciate being in that moment of a solitariness, right? There's a difference between being alone or solitary and being lonely, right? So feeling confident to spend some time alone is very powerful, right? You don't need so much, right? Working on developing simplicity here. There is more to life than accumulating objects, and you can be resilient and adapt to the difficult circumstances that are, you know, coming, or it, you know, hit you at once right now. You can adapt to that, so just believe that you can. Let's look at the situation. We've got the Hermit. So Virgo card coming in for you. A time of introspection, right? A time of reflection. And that's kind of what I feel like is going on in your situation right now. So you've gone within, you're sort of acquiring that deep inner knowledge of the path that is ahead and the one that was behind you as well. So go within as often as you need here, Gemini, to be reminded of how to walk through this world with total faith in the process. And you will oftentimes need to reconnect with that energy, because we all get stuck in that sometimes the mindset of we're not getting enough, achieving enough, or going forward fast enough. We have that 10 of Wands here clarifying that. So that is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Gemini, with this 10 of Wands, remember 10s mark endings and new beginnings, but this is you sort of feeling a little overwhelmed and stagnant, right? You're carrying far too heavy a load on your own. This is hard work, and the energy around this is overwhelming, overburdened, making everything a lot of a struggle right now. Business or life is successful, but it's brought stress and maybe a little bit too much responsibility, you know, turning a dream into a bit of a nightmare for some of you. Too, you know, much work, too many hours, too much to do. There's always that list, right? It's time to turn the situation around so that you can have success by sharing these responsibilities, Gemini. Other people may be unaware of how much you're doing on your own. You need to communicate what's happening and delegate. If everyone is dumping their problems on you, you need to just say no, close that door, and handle your own shit before you can handle anybody else's. They need to handle their own problems, okay? Obstacle at this time is the Chariot coming in. So this is Cancer energy. Your obstacles is maybe you have not been necessarily determined in the way that you needed to, right? Everything is in motion here, and change is inevitable, and that was part of you were kind of resisting the change that was happening. So how will you kind of dance with the changes that are happening around you while staying true to your path? That's what you've kind of been struggling with. It's okay to get sidetracked as long as you do find your way back, Gemini. Remember that, you know, so just be mindful of your goals and keep on plugging. We have the Nine of Swords to clarify that. So this is your energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But with this energy, I feel like here, this is sort of an indifferent time for you, because this Nine of Swords is definitely where I feel like there's feelings of anxiety here, okay? They're affecting your sleep and your energy, and you know, when anxiety is allowed to wander freely here, it creates nightmares, depression, and stress. Understanding that source of this anxiety and negative emotions can be helpful as you identify whether there really is anything to fear here. So if you don't feel safe, you need to take action to get your power back, perhaps by reaching out for help. But if the fear is unfolded, start noticing and why and when you feel it, becoming more self-aware. that's when you can, then try to release these emotions, okay, Gemini? In the first instance, stop being so hard on yourself, okay? You work on sort of reprogramming your thoughts from that negative, that fear, to, positive, to, love energy, okay? So this is all about learning ways to stop that anxiety. And you need to explore a few different practices to find the right one that's right for you. But by tackling this problem, you're going to end the circle of self-fulfilling prophecies that could be kind of emulating over and over in your life, okay? In terms of influences, wow, we have the Nine of Cups, from the Nine of Swords to the Nine of Cups. So this is influencing you as the wish fulfillment card. So I do think that's a really beautiful energy for you, because, you're bathing in the abundance that is coming to you, or is going to, is coming or has recently. Pleasure is your birthright here, so I feel like, remember that here. Something for yourself with no other, savor that moment here for you, and show to appreciate that you have come quite far, Gemini, in terms of growth, and that you should appreciate that in terms of that energy. So Knight of Swords here, clarifying that. Again, your energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but this is sort of where I would say it's, I want to say that it's a little bit, well, I don't know. I feel like this is kind of a dynamic energy. So this is a fantastic time to start focusing on this new project or venture. Once it gets off the ground, there's going to be little stopping it, I feel like. This is new energy. So if you've been wondering whether this project will work, this project, this push from the Knight knows it is very determined to get you started here. So I feel like that's some powerful knowledge as well. So we have the Star card. This is Aquarius energy in terms of influencing you at this time. Hope is what's kind of influencing you. This is at the root of the reading. So I feel like, yeah, you're at this point of definitely, sitting in stillness, Gemini, kind of looking within here. A spark of divine connection is always available to you. So where can you see the signs of that energy happening for you, right? And around you, within you. Be open to hope and signs from spirit. Pay attention to them as well. You're going to get through this, overly emotional, tough energy that you've been going through. The Six of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius coming in. So why is, I feel like what this is saying to me is there is success recognition here for you coming in. Well, it's really time to really own this energy. You've come very far, and now it's time to reap the rewards, enjoy what you've created. Part of this is peace for yourself. So, shine that energy, brightly, and allow that success and recognition to happen for you. Hold your head up high, as the reputation will be as a leader, so you must stand tall here. Don't back down to anything else. And by harnessing that energy, that's the strength, the talents that you've been kind of driving yourself in the direction of success, it's the right time to continue heading forward, because soon you're going to have a much bigger following. There will be good news that will come, helps and decisions, and offer, promotion or a job, an opportunity to promote yourself here is going to come in, and it's going to change the game for you. In the recent past, we have the Ace of Wands. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy here. Now, aces kind of, they represent that new beginning, right? But with that new beginning, there is that energy where I feel like there's a little bit of that spark here that is, been lacking. That spark of inspiration's kind of consumed you in the recent past. You're feeling the fire of your desires come, so much, but your only option is to sort of begin, and that kind of is where you kind of got set back. I feel like, yeah, this is your, feel into your internal fire and desires here. Go forward. Don't let, it squander you. And now we have the Six of Cups here, because in the recent past, that nostalgia, that trip down memory lane, the good old days have gone by, and you're still kind of stuck there waiting for them to come back, I feel like. And that is really not going to serve you anything at this time. So, spending too much time in not wanting to move on from that is dangerous. Often you look back and that your vision is blurred, right? And things, perhaps weren't as good as they seem now, but even if they were, it is in the past, and there is no stopping time, right? So let that go. Keep hold of that treasure trove of emotions and memories, and allowing those past happiness to be a measure of what you want to shape your future for in terms of going ahead. But, this is a healthier way of letting go and moving on to a happier place than, being stuck and stagnant. Sometimes it's all about revisiting the old issues and letting go. Often life things come, around when we haven't learned that lesson, right? So ask what it is just showing you. Do you need to allow some sort of energies to come out here? There may be also a reunion coming from someone from your past getting in touch, that ex possibly that is, come back to kind of let their feelings kind of stir things up again. Be careful of that energy as well. In the future, we have the Judgment card coming out. So this is saying, what is it that maybe, where have you kind of brought joy to yourself, to others, and where have you caused harm to yourself and others? Take it all in here, and you're going to, when you take into account for all your actions or inactions here, you're going to be able to do better moving forward, right? You're going to reflect, make amends where necessary, and grow into that better version of yourself. Is sort of what I feel like is happening. Now we have the Eight of Swords clarifying that. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Judgment's bringing in you a very swift set of kind of emotions for you. And I feel like you're being a little harsh on yourself as well. So this is, the fear energy. So isolated, withdrawn from fear, people right now, you have perhaps lost hope. You're feeling trapped in this energy. In your mind, you can leave it. You're not the prisoner or victim. You have to take back this control, Gemini. There are options, and even though you may not like them, they are going to help you go forward. Even a little step every day towards changing your life and feeling more positive is that little step every day. So you don't have to achieve everything in a day, and you have to take your time and know that you can escape. Your current way of thinking has some self-imposed restricting constraints here, making decisions hard to make, and the truth hard to see. So you kind of have to peel off that blindfold. You're going to see a way out and some mental freedom happening for yourself here. Now we have the Ten of Wands clarifying that. So that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy here. But again, this is that a powerful energy. The tens again mark endings and new beginnings. So I feel like that's kind of what you're happening in terms of your overall. You've accomplished a lot here with this energy. It's time to reevaluate that workload, right? Have you taken on more than you can handle? You got a lot in your hands, right? Do you need to share the load with others? It is okay to ask for help, but I feel like you're learning to delegate more, which I do think is positive for you. The Knight of Wands coming in to clarify that. So yeah, that's understandable. That's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Yeah, I feel like this is, being daring a little bit. This is lots of movement here. So it could mean, adventure coming into your life, perhaps traveling or something that's exciting for you, but you could even making those changes that you've been thinking about in some aspect of your life. It feels like that once you made up your mind, things are going to happen fast. So whether it's leaving a situation, a house, or a job, you're going to be, contacted by, like, again, I feel like that old partner that's coming in, maybe even a long distance friend, but there's excitement that's, coming in. The appearance of creative projects is encouraging your pursuit of ideas, awakening lots of enthusiasm and energy within you at this time. Now we have the World card coming out in your environment. See, success and completion can be yours if it just, you gotta allow these last stages of emotions to kind of manifest and work through. You're going to reach that moment, of fulfillment, that wisdom of power, earth, air, and fire. That's all here in that element. So, supporting you in this stage of completion that you're going through. So you need to rest, make sure you're eating healthy, getting lots of water, celebrate, never stop growing and going, essentially here. So the Page of Pentacles clarifying that. So that is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. That Page of Pentacles, I think, is important because this is, learning and manifesting and how you're manifesting things. This is bringing news of some sort of opportunity, positive, email notification, again, is coming up for here. So no matter how old you are, what you've already learned, this is that great time to start something new. The energy suggests that study is maybe what you need to do to achieve your goals and dreams for some of you. Hopes and fears, the Ten of Cups. Well, I would say that's your hope for sure. That's that wish fulfillment card on an epic scale. That's that white picket fence. That's all you've hoped and dreamed for. So that is coming in for you, and I think that's really positive for you to acknowledge that as well. You're going through a real period of growth, and I like that because it's your most sacred kind of energy. It's your relationships right now that you'll find your love reflected back in equal measure here. You're going to start to celebrate the life that you built as a result of these special relationships and hold them very close to your heart at this time. And the Five of Wands to clarify that. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Again, this is conflict and obstacles coming in. This is definitely your fear that you're going to find that to be an unsettling energy. You don't want to go through this again. There is that conflict with others, that internal argument possibly that's in your mind where you can't decide what you want or how you feel at this time. And it's absolutely disturbing your mental peace here. So the tension's causing chaotic energy, possibly arguments, right? So everyone is talking and has a different opinions or is being competitive, but no one's really listening. There's a challenged energy here, okay? There's too much aggression. So I feel like taking that walk, taking a break here before you come back to each other to have this conversation would be a good time to do so. Remove yourself from the situation long enough to come back with a more authentic plan, and make sure you're also listening to the individual the way you would want to be listened to. The outcome is the Hanged One, so this is that energy of surrendering to the will of the cosmos, surrendering to the universe, and just going with the flow, essentially, is what this is saying to you. And I think that's mindful for you to do. Also, changing your perspective. There's no need to struggle, right? Simply choose a different vantage point here. Let go of the old ways of being and thinking that are holding you back from this new growth, because it's not having any merit for you. We have the Nine of Pentacles, absolutely clarifying that in your outcome. So, my dear, this is an energy where I feel like rewards and abundance. This is absolutely all those good things coming in for you. Celebrations are called for. Your hopes and dreams are going to start to work out. You're being rewarded for these achievements and making those right decisions. You need to revel in this energy. Take that time to enjoy your accomplishments, including those that you've helped along the way. It's time to treat yourself and others with luxuries that you can now enjoy and appreciate. Life is starting to go well. It's time to make plans for a new schedule that brings in a better life balance here for you. The energy around this is also stressing your experiences have made you raise your vibration to make more independent. You've grown and improved yourself to you, and now the world is your kind of playground here, and I do like that for you as well. We have the Wall of Lioness. The lost line of Lioness had a legendary wall built to persevere its mysteries. We, the mermaids, now bring you the energy of the wall, a boundary to remind that you have the right to stand your ground and resist intrusion, Gemini. So absolutely, don't let that energy come in influencing you anymore. I feel like you know the way forward, so just keep going and don't let anything else influence your path. Until next time, my friends, namaste.